This segment is called Things I Would Never Say in Public.
Dude, you had the song title in there too, Serpents of Humanity. I could totally hear that as a rock song.
Is that an actual song?
No, I don't know. You mentioned, you said Serpents of Humanity, and I just heard song title.
You're right.
Riffs.
Serpents of Humanity.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Hey, this is Jim Brewer.
All right, so today, let me explain what's going on today. And I hope... so the direction of the podcast, I love interviewing people and blah, 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 and all that stuff. But I want to start having a lot more fun, being more creative with you, the listener, you, the watcher, you, the viewer, and all that stuff. I'm not sure how that all goes, but one of the things that really sparked was one of the shows. I was on a hike out in nature, and while I was there, I made this video, and we just started talking about, I think I was talking about phones and the effect of social media and how it's, infiltrating and twisting minds and stuff like that.
Things I would never say in public.
These are such hard times to parent. You know why there's such hard times to parent? Because the serpents. They're serpents. You can hear people say, oh, it's social media and it's TikTok, it's Instagram, it's Snapchat. Yes, but here's the thing. Those are just items. They're just items. They don't do anything unless someone creates a program, thinks about how to execute the program, thinks about how to market the program, thinks about its target audience. Bing! There's a lot of thought that goes into those devices and those apps. Hence, serpents. People without souls. People whose God is money and power. Money. I've met human beings that say, listen, I love money. I've heard people say that. Money will make you do. Not make you do. You will choose to sell your soul for money. So stop saying it's the machines, the social media. No. It's the serpents of humanity. The liars, the cheaters, the low frequency, the thoughtless, the evil, the disturbing serpents. They're not coming for your kids. They have your kids. Which I believe after, I don't know if I said it, I said Serpents of Humanity. And Mike, you went, that's a great metal song or metal album or great title to a song. And I went, oh my God, yeah, you're right.
Dude, you had the song title in there too, Serpents of Humanity. I could totally hear that as a rock song.
Is that an actual song?
No, I don't know.
Serpents of Humanity.
Part of the fun with it is, I go, we should have like a competition. And that I didn't want to make it a competition. I said, well, let's see who comes up with the songs or lyrics for Serpents of Humanity.
And I need help. I need help from listeners. I have 1 month to come up with the song Serpents of Humanity. Serpents of Humanity. I like that.
So today we are doing a creative thing that's basically
all audience driven, all listener driven. And it's you. You're the one that created this. With that said, we are going to bring on our first guest, who is, I love this guy, and I'll tell you why. Because he doesn't know Jim Breuer Saturday Night Live. He doesn't know the Jim Breuer Half-Baked guy. I don't think he even knew Jim Breuer, the comedian. He knew Jim, the spiritual God guy. That's what he told me, because I didn't know anything about you. And since then, he has incredible story, a life story. And he brought about the word, which I just found too. Someone just brought this up to me yesterday. Someone brought up the term God wink to me, and books of God winks, who this guy has sent me. And so with that said, he's more on the, I would say, on the deeper level of how we're all connected and spiritually and God and blah, blah, blah. And I find it interesting that he's going to bring the serpents of humanity somehow and mixed into this. Let's bring in God. I call him Godwink Mark. That's how I notice him now on, what's up, Mark? Good to see you.
Hey, how are you, Mr. Breuer?
I'm good. How you been?
I've been fine.
Yeah?
Been real good. Yeah.
That's really good. So what did you put together with this? When you, because this was almost a year ago, right?
Yeah, it's been about a year. Yeah.
It's been about a year. So have you been waiting almost a year, or have you just jumped into this?
Oh, I've lived my life. I
know you lived your life. I know you lived your life, but did you put this together, what you're going to?
Well, when I was on Patreon, I put this together because we were in one of the Zoom meetings, and basically,
yes,
I struggle writing lyrics, but I sat there and prayed on it. And these lyrics just came to me.
Wow.
Right at that moment. And I do some stuff on GarageBand, and I had an audio clip, several audio clips that I thought would be good for it. And I've done videos. And so I thought, this would sound good if you mix them together. So that's why I made the video.
So you made a video with the lyrics and the music.
Right. Well, it's a mix. The lyrics are in the middle of the video. I had a bunch of other stuff, but it was way too long. I took some things from some of your stand-up, when they were doing the Chinese balloon thing. I had something at the end, and I thought, no, that's a little too long. So I cut it down pretty much.
Okay. So how long is this, Mark? About?
Probably a couple minutes, maybe, if that.
Okay.
I don't know, Mike's probably played it a couple times. I'm not sure how long it is.
Mike, you've seen this?
Yes, I have.
All right. Wow. This is fascinating to me. So you wrote these lyrics, though, are yours. So if this thing goes viral and goes cuckoo,
it's all yours.
No. I mean, I can't take writing credit. That's what I think is cool about this. I did visualize how, if, like, let's say someone comes along and they have a song and for some reason it goes viral and nutso, you guys are the one because I can't take what you write. I can't. It's like me taking a Metallica song. I'm not going to make money on it. So I think it's kind of cool opportunity. Not that it's a money-making thing for all we really know. It's more of a creative thing. So that's what I found more fascinating. That's how also I visualize this thing, creating things where, I will be the platform, but you, the creator, the writer, the whatever, you're the one, it's your piece to live on whatever may happen from it. That it's kind of like, God, that's the way I visualize it down the road. But let's check this out. All right, Mike. Now, before you do this, what style of music did you pick?
This was just a song that I had out of GarageBand, and it's kind of like a country, maybe a little bit of country mix. I like jazz. I don't want to insult you. I'm not a
no.
fan,
I listen, that's why I asked, Mark, because I don't see you as a Rob Halford, Judas Priest,
No, no, I'm
Screaming
not.
for Vengeance, Rapid Fire, Megadeth,
No.
Peace Cells guy. I see you more as perhaps Beatle, but jazz definitely makes sense for Godwink, Mark. All right.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Sounds good. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. I've seen these too. Ooh, I'm liking the video a lot.
Serpents of humanity, preying on our families, the poison to our precious minds, the blowing up humankind. There isn't any sanity because of serpents of humanity.
I love the video stuff. Oh my God. So simple. Just very simple to the point. I didn't expect that, Mark. Mark, I may be calling you to make more videos. I ain't gonna lie. You know what? This is I'm so juiced up right now because not only now see you just inspired me to bring this to a whole different level. There's Mike, no offense, but you know how I tell you guys, like, hey, when I do this little tiny part in the stand up and this part is not stand up, I want you to take this part and then put the images behind it. I might have to break that door wide open and give it to the fans and just do like a monthly, what'd you come up with? I freaking love it. Mark.
Yeah.
Great job, man.
Thanks.
And I mean, yeah. And you hit that's exactly, I mean, there is no right or wrong. So I got right to especially the images. I really like the images. I want to hold on to some of those. I freaking love it.
Yeah. Well, I was inspired by a lot of stuff you've been talking about, especially like in spiritual circles, how the universe is connected to everyone and everything is connected.
Yep.
I mean, in some spiritual circles, everybody believes the universe lives through you, and the darkness you're feeling now, because everything that's going on in society and humanity, you're feeling it, and you're feeling like it's all connected.
Yeah. Do you think? Do you feel it's heading in a light direction or a darker direction? All of it.
Well, I'm hoping it depends on like you've said before, you can't trust any of these leaders, but you're hoping that we're moving towards the light. You know how you and I had talked before.
Yes.
I believe deeply in prayer.
Yep, me too.
Prayer, I feel like, saved, my story, about my story.
Yeah,
but
incredible story, yeah.
Yeah, everyone needs to direct their attention towards the basics, the unity of all things and not the separation of things.
Yeah.
And I think people can do a lot of help with prayer. And I think it would be something people could do.
I think you're right. Mark, it's always empowering to see you and inspirational. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for putting this out there. It's pretty cool. Thank you.
Good
to talk.
I'm glad you liked it.
I love it. I freaking love it. I didn't expect. I'm not going to let. I get nervous. I feel like when anytime like a fan or whatever comes, I get nervous. I'm like, oh God, because I'm rooting so hard. I'm like, oh God, please make. I can honestly say there isn't a second I would get rid of any of that. So thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
You bet.
Safe journeys to the next time.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Much love, brother.
Love to you.
All right. So there you go. That was I didn't expect that from that was I love the images he put up. Let's go to Tony. Tony, you look like a
Alright.
hard rocker guy. Either
Oh, definitely.
yeah, you right out of gate look like me and you are heading to go see Maiden and Priest co-headlining somewhere, maybe Metallica in '88 somewhere in the back, and we just bumped into each other and like, dude, I like your jacket. Like,
Yeah, dude.
what's your favorite song? Blackened. Really? Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. How are you, Tony?
Not too bad right now.
When did did you put this thing together a long time? What'd you put together for today? These just lyrics? Is it a whole song? Is it a
It's a whole song, lyrics, of course. I've happened to get some or figured out how to get some artwork real quick.
wow? You went with artwork and all that.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So how long did it take you to did you hear about it from listening to the podcast, or did someone reach out to
Yeah,
you?
yeah, totally. It was just kind of, yeah, it was just happenstance. I found your podcast. I'm not even sure when
Yeah.
because I started getting into conspiracies like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And you ended up on my YouTube,
Yep.
algorithm thing or whatever,
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's like perfect timing, I guess, because I was working on songs already, and I was like, "Oh, cool! Maybe I can find one that correlates with what you were talking about because
yeah.
it's so deep and everything." So,
Are you normally a writer, like a music writer?
oh yeah, yeah, I've been doing it for like I don't know, 30 years, or playing guitar for 30 years, 31 this year, and writing actual full songs since like 1997, I think, somewhere
Do you
around
have
there.
songs that you put out there already?
Oh yeah, I have. I've had many projects I kind of killed off, and now this is like the one that's kind of a mainstay. Kind of coming full circle from the first one, maybe refining the craft, so to speak.
Yeah.
And
Cool. So you're excited about this?
oh yeah, well, kind of. I mean, if I have to listen to it with you, it's going to be a little cringy because
Should
I'm
we
not used to actually
should we darken
experiencing it with a.
should I darken
No,
myself
that's
out? You
fine.
want to
That's
darken
fine.
yourself?
No, no, no. I'll do it.
It's
I'll just have
nerve-wracking,
to.
ain't it? I feel like
It
we're on
is, yeah.
like we're on what's that show with Simon and all that? It's like you got to stand there and look at them,
Oh yeah, yeah. I've never watched it, but I've seen clips of
but
that,
to
and
stand in front of
yeah,
anyone that you don't know and
yeah,
they're watching
and
what you put together and you kind of hoping like, oh God, I hope they like it.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
don't.
Because I know the weak. I kind of know. Sorry to talk over you.
uh,
I know the weak spots. I know where like, I could have did it a little better, or
All right.
Okay.
All right. Hey, it doesn't matter. The fact that you're creative put together is already awesome. So what we're going to hear is music and lyrics, and they're both written by you, Tony.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That sounds good. Where are you from, Tony?
Iowa is where I reside right now.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm playing there. I forgot where I'm playing. Playing somewhere. I
Oh
think I'm
man.
playing somewhere in Iowa. We'll have to hook that up and
Oh.
get you to the show if you want.
Davenport.
Oh man. I wish.
Davenport. Are you near
Oh.
Davenport or no?
Probably like 100 miles away. I have no idea really.
All right.
It's pretty bad that I've lived here all my life, but I don't really know
It's all,
too much, even in town.
it's all good. Well, if you want to go, you let us know, and you'll be welcome. You and a friend come on to the show.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
All right, cool.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, here we go. Serpents of Humanity, and you did the artwork too. Who did that artwork?
I was looking. I just wanted to have something available,
So you
I
kind
was
of
gonna
found.
piece together.
Oh, that's
But
yeah.
what it is I remembered I was playing around with an AI site. I don't really like AI, of course, but or not, of course, but I don't prefer AI. But I was like, okay, what happens if I punch Serpents of Humanity into this particular art site for AI? It came up in a few seconds. I tried 3 different
Isn't
times,
that amazing?
and that's the third one. And I was like, man, that looks like some sort of Royal Anunnaki or something.
Yes.
There's like a Stargate in the back.
Yes.
But it's also like it's almost really beautiful.
Yep.
In the sense that it's like it's almost like humanity's taken over
Yep.
the negative aspect of, like, reptilian takeover type of stuff,
Yeah.
or transmuting it into gold or something. It's like, yeah, I was amazed by it when I saw that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, it's funny you say the AI because for the first time ever, I discovered lyric writing and music by AI and how quick they
Really?
just develop whatever and whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Even if you don't like the music, I wonder what AI would come up with these lyrics, because these lyrics are freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That'd be
just
interesting.
started. We were on the road. We're in New Hampshire, me, Mike, and Joe. We're like, here's the song I want to kind of create, and boom. And it just kept writing music. It was unbelievable. So, all right,
Wow.
let's
yeah.
rock and roll out to Tony's Serpents of Humanity. Wheels turning of like doing some of these. Man, this is really. This is like. That reminded me. Literally, I could. It's very. Did you ever? Are you into Judas Priest at all?
Yeah, I've listened to them, in the past, definitely.
That you would like along those lyrics. They're very. If you look at the song "Rapid Fire." It's very like the lyrics are so intelligent. They're so right to the point. It's war. It's going to war. It's saying who everyone is. It's freaking. This remind me a little bit of a Rapid Fire-ish. Not so much the music part, but the lyrics part really got me going, man. So, and the music, yeah, I want to hear like double guitar. I want to hear a chug in that sucker. So this was pretty kick ass. Tony, where are you at? Oh yeah, you told me you're in Iowa.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a lot of time to be spent in Iowa brashing out some metal.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, cool, man. Well, I hope you come out to the show. And this was a monster.
I like what you put together,
Cool.
man. You did a really great job. Super creative,
Thanks.
very metal. Are you a singer?
I can probably sing slightly.
It's not your yeah.
that's basically what I'll do is, I've changed vocal styles through, I've done growl, the
It's
death growls.
hard.
I've done kind of black. Yeah, it's like my voice is kind of not being able to take it as much anymore. I'll lose it really fast. So I've been doing more of like the kind of a cleaner punk style
Yes.
mostly.
Yeah. I can see like an old time John Bush singing a song like that.
Oh yeah, cool.
Cool. Well, Tony, I appreciate it, man.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for putting us out
for
there.
having me.
I'll give it a listen on my way home today after 3 more espressos.
Awesome. Man, that's unbelievable. Thanks so much.
Tony, thank you, brother. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks.
Bro, I would totally take that song because part of what I wanted to do too with these songs were if me, Shaka, my friend Larry, and maybe get Rob Caggiano, a friend and I made Mike Ticci, who I used to do who I made the album with, Mike Ticci. And like that song, I think I would cut it to like 3. I gotta look at that one. I loved the lyrics in that sucker, and I loved the direction was going with the rock and the metal. I think if I find a couple peaks and valleys in that sucker, like I would like to do a breakdown in that song. I love this concept, man. I want to bring them all back, and we have to like not redo, but like Breuerize it, like how I see it in my head, and then of course all. Anything that happens goes to Tony, or anything that happens goes to Mark, or whatever it is, and we have them back for that day. That's pretty cool. See, this is fun. I like doing this. This is fun.
Hey, you want to hear something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Is this
you want to hear my version of Serpents of Humanity?
Yeah, I want to hear your. Now, hold on. This is your AI version?
It's AI music, but I wrote the lyrics and sang it, or whatever you want to call it.
You sang it?
Or I vocalized it. Yeah.
Well,
it's me. It's me.
Okay.
Yeah, the music is AI, but the lyrics were written by me and I did the vocals. So.
All right, well give me a heads up, Mike. How long is this song?
It's like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's short. It's real quick. Yeah. It was a concept I worked on over the weekend. All
right, Mike the Sound Guy's Serpents of Humanity world premiere. Let's hear it. What style did you go with? All right. They're about to take the world by storm. Ain't no more debate. The serpents of humanity sealing our fate. They're the puppet masters. Pulling all the strings, whispering ears, controlling everything. In the dark they plot, with sinister glee, crafting a new world that's not meant to be. From the halls of power to the streets below, their influence spreads like a venomous flow. Corruption runs deep through every institution. Their grip tightens, it's a global pollution. Serpents of humanity, slithering in disguise, spreading their poison, feeding us their lies. But we won't be fooled, we won't bow down. It's time to rise up and tear down the crown. And tear down the crown. Ooh, it's something here, Mike. There's something here, Mike.
That's what I got.
Well, you know what makes me laugh? Is you singing like
you should have saw me when I did it, dude. I had like the arms out. I was all into it. My girlfriend wasn't home, so I had the whole house to myself. My Serpents of Humanity.
That's the part that makes me laugh. Like I could see you like
We're creating metalheads. We are creating. Actually, Mark's not a metalhead, but we're creating musicians here. Who would have thought? Who would have thought we'd be creating? This is. I wish I did. You videotape yourself doing this? I think that would have been very entertaining.
No, I probably should have.
I think I would have been very entertained to see you creating this whole thing, man.
Oh, nice.
There's something. My wheels are turning, man, dude. I'm gonna come out. I already got the character. I already have it's a character I've been trying to do for 25 years. I know the character. I freaking love this. All right, this is cool.
Right on, man.
We're gonna have live. This is eventually gonna be live events. I see this going somewhere. All right,
Do you like the Battle of the Bands or something?
Yeah, something.
Or Battle for Humanity.
Battle for humanity through music.
Yeah.
I like that too. Battle for humanity in the musical way. I like that a lot. But we have to yeah, I like that a lot. All right. All right, we'll be right back with the next person. That's the way I like it, baby. What's that song, Mike? Do you know?
It's Motorhead. I don't want to live from Ace of Spades.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, huh? So, as the Serpents of Humanity continue, please let's meet Miss Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Where are you zooming in from?
I came home early for lunch.
Okay.
So
Lunch?
everybody's
Where are
really
you?
excited for me.
Well, don't get too excited. I don't know what's going to happen from it. Don't don't put yourself in arenas yet. Don't get too hopped up. But this is exciting enough. So what sparked you to get creative with this thing?
Well, you had just one of your shows. I'm a big fan, so I was watching, I think, a January show in 2023. You threw out some ideas. You said, I have a contest about this, Serpents of Humanity, and just the little conspiracy topics that go through it. And I said, oh, I can do this.
Wow. Now, are you normally a songwriter or a poet or anything like that?
Yeah, I write just different kind of songs, mainly just dance music or, along that line. So creatively, this was something very different. I was able to throw in some conspiracy thoughts that I had or that I'd seen on television. And I just thought, wow, this is a perfect outlet. I can't wait.
What's your biggest, if we were hanging out, we were talking, what's probably the biggest conspiracy you'd probably bring up to me? Is there any off the top of your head? Like, Jim?
Yeah, spraying in the skies. All the chemtrails, the spraying in the skies. Yeah, I see it almost every day. So
now, what I don't understand, Nicole, is was it always like this, or are we just now awake and now we're able to see things? In other words, like even news and everything, I wonder how long it's really been this way, and we just were blind to it and thought that was part of it all, or is it really just hyping up now more than we could ever imagine? Do you ever think about that? Do you think it's more, or you think we're just noticing it?
I think it's really hyping up. I've always been kind of a head in the clouds kind of person. So I loved, just lying back on the grass, looking up at the sky and trying to make the different animals out of the cloud formations. And I never used to see it like it is nowadays. So
yeah, I don't remember that either, especially as a kid, all the different lines and all that. And there's some people like, oh, the level and the heat. Like, yeah, okay. Well, that's fine and good if it disappears immediately, but it's not what it's doing. It is they're clearly spraying. So, and it drives me nuts when people try to debunk it. They don't know what they're talking about at the end of the day. So, okay, Nicole, which is why I believe 2 states have officially come out and banned chemtrails. So how do you come up with that? Like, how do you, that alone proves everything.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Nicole. So what'd you put together here with the Serpents of Humanity? What exactly did you put a whole song together? Did you just do lyrics? What do you got?
No, I did everything. So when you presented the challenge, literally within 20 minutes, it was like someone turned on the radio and I heard the bass line and I heard the snare. So, wow. And then the lyrics, just came really quickly. I use a computer and sound waves. I manipulate the sound waves. So I have, about 5,000 different wave sounds. And what I do is I hear the music in my head or I hear the song in my head. And then I just write down, okay, snare, funk bass, wow, or a snappy bass. And so really I wrote everything, all the music, the lyrics, singing. So
do you play in a band? Do you play at all?
I did about 25 years singing in a cover band, plus having a regular day job. So Monday through Friday, I do my, regular work. And then on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday, just doing the whole thing where you load your gear up, you go to Wisconsin or Minnesota or Iowa or Illinois, set everything up, change your clothes, put on a show, tear down at 1:32 in the morning. But, after 25 years, it's hard on me. So I just write at home and just share my music. So.
Cool. I'm glad you participated. This is fun.
Yeah.
All right. So what style are we looking at here? What kind of style of music are we looking at?
EDM. So just dance music.
Dance music. All right. EDM. All right. Okay. Almost like Mike, what are we coming up with? Shows? Yeah, I know. We'll talk about that later. Okay. Let's get ready to dance to Serpents of Humanity. Every day at 4 a.m. Talking points are sent by men to spread hate, separate. Okay. Flashing lights on TV. I'm gonna be first of all, just reading the lyrics. I can't wait to see how this is gonna turn into a dance thing. Serpents of Humanity. Every day at 4 a.m., talking points are set by men to spread hate, separate, flashing lights on TV, train your brain to agree, agenda surrender. More rabbit holes to discover. Pleasure Ireland was a cover. Psychopathic personality, Serpents of Humanity. Here we go. New distraction, planned events, forced reaction. You're afraid, feel betrayed. More rabbit holes to discover. Lockdown mode was a cover. Psychopathic personality. Serpents of Humanity. Disconnected from reality. Serpents of Humanity. All right, let's dance to this.
Every day at 4 a.m. Talking points are sent by men to spread hate, separate. Flashing lights on TV, Disconnected from reality. Serpents of humanity.
I think we might have to have this at a rave dance party. Never thought the Serpents of Humanity would be like a dance, a full blown dance. That's so interesting. See, now that blows my mind how people hear all different songs in their head. In my head, I immediately go hard rock and metal with Serpents of Humanity. I guess
Sure.
that's because I couldn't listen to it. And you're dancing. You're dancing. I find that amazing.
Yeah, I try to make it sound a little sweet because sugar helps the medicine go down. So when you're
This-
throwing truth at them, if you just make it sound a little sweet, maybe they'll listen to you.
That's you ever listen to like old I've been listening to certain lyrics like 80s, like the song Shout. I would have never, if you really listen to the lyrics, they're a lot deeper than people realize. There's that Tears for Fears were great writers, but their music was so, not in your face whatsoever.
Right.
I love catching stuff like that. So nice, killer job, man.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna-
I
we're
just
gonna have to
wanted
have
to
a
make it
dance
really
party.
short and sweet to the point with no, musical solos or anything because I know your time is valuable. So I just wanted to basically just give you the juice and here you go.
It kicks ass. I appreciate it. And I love how like just see I wouldn't the music bar, like I can't believe that's the first thing you hear is like the snare and the bass. That's the first thing you hear. Where I immediately hear like a chug. I hear a chug and a riff, and so cool. Well, cool beans, man. I hope we cross paths, and we'll see you out there on the road. And thank you for sending in a little dance, Serpents of Humanity.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you, Nicole. Have a good one.
You too.
Mike, were you dancing? Were you dancing, Mike? A little bit.
When I was clicking on the lyrics to follow along with you, I had my hands up. I'm a little groove going on. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can see a little see, I'm interested. Like, do we there's so much to play. Like, we're gonna sit and talk about all this. This is such a interesting way to put this all out there. I think this is cool. So,
well, like you said, like you automatically went metal, and then Nicole comes in with this EDM, and you're like, whoa, like, all right, like I can see this works. It's like it's crazy that the fans can see things differently but still be creative, and it's just it's awesome.
It is pretty awesome. It's really awesome. And who knows, maybe it sparks them to do for themselves even more and more and more. And I can relate to what Nicole was saying, not so much me, but that's what Shaka for so long would, he does his regular job and then he's doing his song on the weekends, and he was in a wedding band, and he was in cover bands, and it's like, there's a lot. It's like you're trying to get by the week, and then the music you're bringing all your own stuff on the weekends and stuff like that. So yeah, I can appreciate where Nicole's coming from. All right, we shall continue on with this vast variety of Serpents of Humanity, where people have taken just a simple concept and started creating their own way at home and everywhere else. I remember Mike telling me that our next guy, Ryan, he sent a couple versions. Right? Didn't you tell me that? Like he kept sending.
Yeah, like a part 2, and then like a remastered, and a master version, and then like the 7-time platinum version. It was cool, man.
All right, well, let's talk to Ryan. Ryan, would you make 40 versions of this? What's going on?
Yeah, no, I just made one, but it just kept getting better and better and better.
And you liked it more and more and more. Now,
Yeah.
do you write music or no?
Oh yeah. I've been writing music
You do?
since 2004.
Really? Has
Mhm.
any of them, like, do you write for other people? Or are they online, or just like for yourself, hobby type thing?
Yeah, it's all for me. But if anybody looks up now, if you have to look it up, Ryan C. Tunes with no spaces, and you have to hit enter because it doesn't come up unless if you're just searching it. We'll do those phantom ideas. Ryan C. Tunes never comes up, so you got to type it out, hit enter.
So Ryan, the letter C.
Correct.
Okay, Ryan, the letter C, tunes, and then you do what? You hit .com or something?
Now you just Google it or YouTube it.
Just Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. I'm out there.
All right. So if I do this now, let me see here. I want to make sure it's legit. I want to be Ryan C. Tunes. Ryan, and you say this will come. Ryan C. Tunes comes up immediately.
Yeah.
Musical artist. Yeah.
That's
Stream
me.
Ryan C. Tunes music, listen to songs, albums, playlist. I'm a man of God who loves music, and I want to share my gifts with the world. Nice.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what sparked you on this one? What sparked the Serpents of Humanity for Ryan?
Oh man. Well, it started so after I heard you say Serpents of Humanity, because I didn't have a name for my song before that. But when I heard you say that, I immediately, so January 2023, I heard you mention that the first time because I followed you after I watched your Somebody's Gotta Say It special.
Yeah.
So I followed you on Instagram. I saw your Serpents of Humanity post, and I was like, we're talking about the same people here. So I wrote my original version. It's somewhere right around the end of 2020. And my first recorded version was April of 2021. So when I heard you say that, I was like, man, this is something special has just happened. And only thing I had to do was once I had the idea, Serpents of Humanity, I added Serpents of Humanity, Selling You Insanity, nice little rhyme. And then just had to change a couple lines, added a couple key changes, and turned out beautifully.
So you felt like you already had this technically. Technically you had it and you went, oh, that's more of the way it should be, the Serpents of Humanity.
And I was like, that's what this song is.
I feel like I heard this. Like you reached out to me, no?
I actually interviewed you on your Patreon podcast.
Yes. It's all coming back to me now. That's right.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying this, and I remember seeing the lyrics and stuff like that. All right. So since then, you put a couple together, and now you're going to present to the world the Serpents of Humanity by Ryan, the letter C, Tunes. And you could check out all Ryan's stuff right there.
You got it, brother.
You're feeling good. You're feeling good about this. Let me see it. Unveiling the truth has now begun. The grip of the evil has been undone. A whirlpool is forming. The deep swamp is draining despite all the bioengineered raining. Oh, I like that. The giant red beast is using his might.
Mm-hmm.
It is hiss, right? Hiss?
Yeah, well,
hiss might. It says hiss.
I tried a couple different things. Yeah, that's the one I sent.
Hiss
I think the official lyric is his, using his mic.
Okay. Low and hide from the light. They are screaming and pointing every direction, but that they spout evil opinions of. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's rock into it. Let's hear. And then, what kind of music do you play with this?
This is it's pretty hard sounding.
Really?
Yeah, I think you'll like it. Got a little bit of that angry voice in there, and yeah, it's good stuff. Every sound that you hear was made by either my face, my guitar, my xylophones, or a drum machine.
Okay. I love how people are in their world and they're putting this together, and I love your excitement. You're super stoked right now.
I'm super stoked, bro. Yeah, when we talked the first time, I had it released. And I wanted to just,
I remember you saying that.
I wanted to focus on it, but I also wanted God to guide our conversation, and he did. And we ended up sharing stories about how God kind of reeled us both in. It was great.
Yep.
And it's funny because I think the Serpents were a little upset about that, because there's a couple times between then and now that the voices in my ear were saying, man, you wasted your opportunity. You wasted your 15 minutes of fame. And I was like, dude, I know that's not God. As soon as I heard that, I knew. And so here, right after that was happening, I was like, nope, I'm going to shut that down. And then I get the email from Margot saying, we're going to talk about the Serpents this time. So God was highlighted the first time. Now we're going to talk about his enemies.
All right. I love it. Because I'm a true believer in my wife and I have somewhat different views on that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe no matter what war you're in, spiritual, God, whatever it is, you need to know your enemy to fight your enemy.
That's exactly
so you
right.
you can live in your own world, and some people like, just keep Jesus close and blah, blah. That's all fine and good. But eventually the devil does come knocking, and he's really, really, really good at deceiving and manipulating and kind of steering you in this direction. So I'm a hardcore believer in, you got to know the enemy to fight the enemy. And unless you see or know or understand what the enemy is, well, then
you don't stand
it's
a
going to be a
chance.
tough battle when it really, no, you really don't. You really
Mhm.
don't. So,
Yeah.
All right, let's see what you got there, Ryan.
All right, bro. Thank you.
Look at you, Ryan. Dude, I hope you're not insulted by this, but part of me started hearing a reggae song. I don't know what.
Reggae. I got a couple of them that got that little reggae beat. Need a little.
Serpents of humanity by I know that's not what that, but dude, it was catchy. I like that. It was catchy.
Thanks.
I think it's one of the most catchy ones I've heard so far. Super catchy.
I appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah, it was a great one to put together. And so I look at, like, here's how I see it. We got the body of Christ. You got the body of the beast, which is made up by the serpents of humanity. And then we're here, I believe, in the fight, like the war is on. And so
100%.
I believe you and I are both here to try to let people have informed consent so that they know exactly what's going on around them.
Yeah, it's like I know I bring up Judas Priest a lot, but it reminds me of Saints in Hell, where the saints have now just showed up in hell, and we are here to turn it all around. And the true battle has really started and resonated, and it's on its way. And all the different types of saints are doing everything in their power, using every single tool in their heart and soul and existence to finally put it all out there to let them know, like, hey, we no longer have to allow the demons to run it all.
That's
Love
right.
it.
Yeah. Yes,
right.
Sir.
Great job, brother. Good job, Hammer.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure people are going to dig it. So I really appreciate you being creative and putting that out there, man. Ryan C, the letter C, Tunes. And you can hear that too there, right? Can you hear Serpents on there?
You sure can.
All right.
Yeah, it's all over the place, wherever you want it. SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube. You just type in Ryan C. Tunes in Google and you'll find all the options.
Cool beans. Have a good one, Ryan. Thanks, brother.
You too, Jim. Thank you, brother. Bye, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Serpents. They had some catchy moments in there. It was very catchy.
I'm digging this can of worms you opened, man. I love this.
I'm digging this can of worms too. This is kind of the vision I had a long time ago, and I think we're just starting with a whole different venture here. Cool. So I'm going to bring on a fellow rocker who I'm shocked he did the Serpents of Humanity. I didn't see that he would do that. I didn't think, I don't know, Jeff would go all out of that. He's a fellow metalhead, also a maniac like myself that went to go see Judas Priest in Michigan. Let's get Jeff on here, a big Patreon member. We've been going back and forth with for a while now. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm great.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of Priest when you went and saw them? Were you impressed? Were you?
Yeah, man. I've seen tons of Priest. I've seen
Me too.
Priest lots of times, and this is probably one of the best times I've seen him in like the last 10 years. Probably.
Me too.
Not like the best time ever, but like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be hard to match. Like I saw them. Oh my gosh. The Defenders of the Faith and Scream for Vengeance, and I saw Painkiller. I saw and then I would see them on festivals here and there, and they were always great. But man, this last one was I was so excited. It's almost like they would never say it's their last tour, but I felt like if you're going to see a tour, this might be one of the last ones that they're hitting it this hard. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you mentioned Scott Weiland. I met him once.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
How'd you do that? Was it backstage or what?
Yeah, well, he performed, and then he signed some stuff, and he he was asking people for Coke.
Okay.
And
where was this? Whoa. Slow down. Where was this where he's asking for drugs that you
he performed. It was over at the Machine Shop in Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
And he sounded great.
Yeah.
It was his solo band.
Okay, I didn't even know it. All right.
And yeah, and then like,
but where? I mean, is this backstage? Is this in a parking lot? Is it a hallway?
The way the Machine Shop is set up, it's like kind of like a small venue, but they have sort of like, I guess, like a backstage area, but it's very small, and it's kind of like right next to the stage.
Yeah.
And then that's where he was at, and then he was like signing stuff, and he was very out of it, and then he actually like passed away like a couple weeks later.
Oh wow!
So yeah, but he sounds
especially
great.
if he's asking fans, like he didn't know you from a hole in the wall, right?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Right, and he's out there just putting it out there. Wow, very sad, very tragic, very. He was great though, great performance.
You know, and I did feel like, because he was like out of his mind, and I kind of felt like maybe it was kind of like they were kind of like pushing him kind of like out there, you know, like it was kind of like he shouldn't have been like out there like having to sign stuff. He should be like somewhere else, you know.
Right. Yeah. And then it led to his demons taking over. So I can't believe we're this late in the game with Serpents of Humanity. Started like a little thing, and now here we are. We've heard a whole bunch of different versions. I didn't even know you wrote a version up. My apology. I had no clue Jeff Beers is coming at me with a version of Serpents of Humanity.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is heavy metal-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Have you heard it?
No.
Oh, man.
You're into it. You like it. You feel good about it.
I felt better about it. I felt better. I felt like it was better than what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then I played it for my lady, and she said, "Wow, this is better than what I thought it was going to be." So I was like,
which is a good answer.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
So she had lower expectations. I always go with low expectations. Always go with very low expectations.
So if you have very low expectations, then they're going to be mad.
We're going to be pleasantly surprised. When did you put this thing together? In the very beginning, or?
You know, I don't know. I was like, I heard about it, and then I was kind of like, you know, I could write stuff, you know, because I write some stuff, but like, you know, like I like the Ramon, like I like the Ramones.
You're a Ramones guy. Okay.
Yeah, but I like Crocus because like the Ramones just have a bunch of words that rhyme, and they kind of don't really like make any sense.
Crocus.
You know, so.
Crocus.
Wasn't that the band that dude?
Yes. Yes. So I'm sure you heard the story. One of the girls I used to date, I would MC at this rock club called February's in Elmont, Long Island. It's no longer there. And Jimmy Shaka would play there. My buddy Jimmy Shaka and all these bands, blah, blah. And Jimmy Shaka once in a while, like, hey man, why don't you go up and like tell some jokes and stuff like that. So I would go up there and do that. And then there was this one band that would play. The guy was really good. He'd do Judas Priest, so I liked them. But then I came home. My girlfriend at the time was like, hey, why don't you come home? If you can get off work early, when I was working at Sears Paint, come by early. And when I showed up early, she was in the doorway making out with the singer from the band, who, no disrespect to him, I mean, way water under the bridge. I mean, 50 years ago, whatever, 40 years ago, whatever. He looked like, in my opinion, the lead singer in Crocus. So whenever I would tell the story, people are like, oh, that hurts. That, like, I don't mind if it was Bon Jovi looking or like I'll give you a Donnie Dokken, but the singer of Crocus, Lord have mercy. That's what I lost out to. I think that hurt more than anything else. Screaming in the night, I long for you. Yeah, Jeff Beers. Okay, so is this a Crocus-ish style?
Okay,
what kind of style, if you had to say?
Well, so like I wrote the song, and then I was like, oh man, I'm gonna try recording it, right? I try like doing like a version of it, and then like I'm not very, I don't know how to record stuff, right? So then I can play guitar. So then I kind of like did like kind of like a computer drum kind of thing.
Okay.
And then I kind of like started playing, like when I played, it was kind of sludgy. Like it was very like sludgy. So it's kind of like maybe like Black Sabbath if you played it like through a tape recorder, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
So then I was like, oh man, that sounds actually kind of cool, you know? And then I just started like yelling the lyrics, you know? But then I kind of didn't really do all the lyrics. But I mean, I'm going to play. I don't think it sounds horrible. It doesn't sound horrible. It doesn't sound that bad. It doesn't.
All right. So we'll just. Jeff, man, you make me laugh. All right. So let's listen to It's not horrible. Your girlfriend said it's better than you. Dude, the lyrics alone, right out of the gate. So your first lyric is, I've ate dog?
Yeah.
As in like a roof. I've ate dog.
Yeah.
Okay. I've ate cabbage. I'm sorry. It makes me laugh. But nothing is as tasty as the riff of Black Sabbath. Oh my God. Serpents of Humanity in Detroit Rock City. Serpents of Humanity. They're going to steal my kitty. Siegel, Van Damme. Seagal, Van Damme, and Arl too. They're going to kick your butt. And they're dudes. Serpents of Humanity getting owned in, what's that word?
Getting down in Ypsilanti.
Ypsilanti, Serpents of Humanity. Heavy metal is my nationality. I like pizza. I like Van Halen. My veterinarian is Sarah Palin. Oh my God, dude. You are freaking hilarious. Okay. What are we looking at? 2-3 minutes here? Or this isn't like a Metallica 10-minute ballad, right?
No, it's 30 seconds.
Oh, it's just 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Bro, I like this even more now. I've ate dog. I've ate dog, I've ate cabbage, but nothing is as tasty as the riff of Black Sabbath. Serpents of Humanity in Detroit Rock City. Serpents of Humanity. They're gonna steal my kitty. Seagal, Van Damme, and Arnold too. Bro, okay? Let me hear the world premiere of Jeff Beers, who it's not that bad. As I like that quote for this. The song is not that bad, and it's better when I expected, says Jeff Beers' girl. Okay, let's give it a whirl.
The serpents of humanity over Detroit Rock City, over my humanity. We're going to steal my kitty. The serpents of humanity. You're hailing from that area. Hailing from that area. The serpents of humanity. Having never my nationality. The serpents of humanity.
I gotta hear Mike. Can you play it again? Because I want to hear I've ate dog, I've ate cabbage. It was really hard to hear.
I didn't do those lyrics, man. When I we played it, I was like, that doesn't really fit. So I'm just gonna go for some of them.
All right, so you didn't even do these lyrics.
Well, I did some of them because when I redid it, like the riff and stuff, it was like, man, I don't know how that fits in there, man. Like, I don't know. So I was like, I'll just do some of them.
Okay, so which ones did you take out? Because I was waiting okay, go ahead.
The veterinarian thing, the Sarah Palin, and then the Serpents of Humanity in Detroit Rock City.
Got it. Yep.
And they're gonna steal my kitty.
That's what threw me off. I was like trying to follow the lyrics. I'm like, wait.
Well, I did it, and I was like, man, this sounds kind of good. I think I'll just throw some, just start doing some of the words,
Yes, exactly.
And I don't think it sounded bad. I don't think it sounded bad,
No, I don't think so. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, that's all that matters is how you feel. You put it out there, it's out there. And then there you go. It's just like your girlfriend said, it's better than what she anticipated. I don't know what she anticipated. I'd like to ask her, but
if I could get like King Diamond to sing it, I think it would be pretty rad.
Well, we'll have, who knows? Maybe it'll fall on his doorstep. You never know if King Diamond might pick this up. You never know. So, well, crush your job, metalhead.
Yeah, thank you.
I know. I love it, man. You are. It's always entertaining talking with you. Always entertaining. How's the rest of your day look like right now?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Cool. What about yours?
I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna hit the sun, maybe go to the beach, and try to figure out what my existence is anymore.
Well,
we'll take it from there.
I was probably gonna watch some Beavis and Butthead, And...
All right, sounds good. Old reruns of Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah.
What is your lineup? So after Beavis and Butthead, what else you still? Are you a Planet of the Apes guy? You like the Planet of the Apes?
I got no problem with them. Cool.
I got no problem with them. All right, fair enough. Jeff, man, good talking to you. We'll catch up soon. Maybe I'll see you on the Zoom, on the Patreon Zoom. Should be in a week or two.
All right, right on. I'll be there.
All right, Jeff. Have a good one, brother.
All right.
Jeff Beers, everybody. He's been on Patreon for a long time. He's a great guy. I've seen him at shows. We've said hello at shows out of Michigan, and just a very unique character. So there you go. All right, we're going to continue with another Patreon member of the Serpents of Humanity who actually re-kicked and rebooted this thing. He saw me in Pittsburgh. He's like, come on, man, let's get this thing going. So now you shall meet Magoo and his crew.
Hey, good morning, Jim.
Oh wow, look, dude, wait, 11 in the morning, just glasses on, full blown. You look like you're ready to hit the stage.
From our bunker to yours.
I like it.
Oh wait, this isn't the bunker? Oh crap, guys.
No,
We thought we were in the bunker.
we can go in the bunker. We can turn it into a bunker real quick. That can happen real quick.
Oh, it wouldn't take long.
But
No, it wouldn't.
yeah, Jim, thank you for the intro. I am also Jim, aka Magoo.
Yes.
I only got to clear up one thing. I don't play music at all.
Yeah.
But these guys do. This little trio here.
I
So
don't know why I thought. I
it's probably
thought you-
because I was the guy hounding you all the time about music.
Well, yeah, but didn't you send me music a while
Mhm.
ago? Was that these
Yep.
guys? That's right. That's amazing. All right. So here's the crew. You got investment in these guys? You got money on the, you got money.
This is my best friend Doug and my next door neighbor. I'm next door to my house right now. And so
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
So this is when I come to hang out, this is where I'm coming to hang and watch them write, record. Sometimes I push buttons. A few
Oh.
times I'll write a word or two and say, "Hey, try that out." And then they go, "That's trash." And then they do their own thing. And then when you came up with the Serpents of Humanity line and you were like, "Dude, that would be
Yeah.
great as like a song." I took that, ran next door, was like, "You guys got to check this out. I think this is right up y'all's alley. Do y'all feel like
Yeah.
noodling around and coming up with anything?" And now we're here, man.
Awesome. So we're gonna hear the song, right?
Sure.
And then are you gonna perform it, or are we?
No, that's in a
you're not
different room.
performing it, right?
We were lucky
That's
enough
a whole
to get
different
this to
shebang.
work.
I know. Which is a lot. Like, are you guys all right? Question: Do we have day jobs?
yeah. Yeah.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
No
As
doubt.
soon as this is done, I got to split.
I'm the only night. I'm
yeah.
a bartender. You gotta love that.
I love
That's,
it.
that's
I
Matt.
do love
That's
it.
Matt, the drummer.
Oh yeah. So real quick, this is
Okay.
Doug, and then this is Brian,
Doug, how are you?
Hello.
the bassist. This is Matt, the drummer.
Doug's the neighbor.
Yeah. We're in
Doug the neighbor.
we're in Doug's studio right now in his basement.
Okay, Doug the neighbor. Who's the next guy?
Brian.
Brian's day job. I run a wastewater treatment plant.
Yeah. You want to talk about what they put in the water? He's your man.
Yes.
Wow, we might have to get him on for a whole
Yeah, he knows all.
And then this is Matt,
Holy crow!
the man,
Big Matt
the man
in the
behind the
back.
rhythm.
I'm a drummer. This guy's
Awesome.
the bass player. Me
Okay.
and Doug sing.
Well, thanks for your patience. I know Magoo presented this a long time ago, and Magoo was like, I could tell he was getting not hassled, but like I saw him at the Pittsburgh show, and he's like, "Hey man, I got these guys, and I keep telling them,
That would have been me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could tell, like, you poor Jimbo, he's taking out the trash, like Serpents of Humanity. A lot of talk, Magoo. Thanks for getting us all riled up and writing about nothing. Thanks for nothing. I could tell he was feeling it hard. He really was. He brought it up to me, but when he saw me in person, when he came in person, that's when I knew, like, wow, okay, I gotta help this guy out. He's getting hurt big time.
Yeah, this is a day for celebration in my house.
Finally, you got it. All right. So, now do you guys just play for fun, or do you play locally, or
No,
like are you guys an actual band that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
travel
Yeah,
around?
no,
Like,
we've been together for 5 years now, and
okay.
due to all of our schedules, we only get together maybe once a week.
Yeah.
I mean, because these guys live 50, 60 miles away. I mean, we're north of Atlanta, so when you're dealing with Atlanta Metro, it's insane traffic
Whoa.
and just crazy, But yeah, we've been together for about 5 years. We gig, we're basically we're trying to make a living out of this, which is almost impossible these days, Yeah, you absolutely know. I know.
Yeah. No, I know. So do you do all covers, or you guys do your own stuff, or you mix it up a little?
No, we're all original.
You do have one.
We
cover.
all original.
Yeah, we did do one cover. We actually, the one cover that we recorded was Richmond, north of Richmond. We have a rock version of that song that
really
that we actually took a break. We were writing Serpents of Humanity, and when that song came out, it's another thing that Jim just brought over, and I heard the song and I'm like, dude, that's right up our alley too, even though it's a country song, you know. So we took the song and stumbleized it, you know, and that's what you know, we've got you can hear that's on, you know, YouTube, and it's out there too. We have a whole album out, and that's been out for, you know, a couple years now, and keep adding to it.
I may challenge you guys to something to do a cover.
Yeah.
As we move along, because I keep talking to my buddy Ira Dean, who has new music out, and he's country. I'm starting to try to listen to newer country.
Right.
I like the old country. I like the old country.
Yeah.
I don't like the pop country, and he's definitely old country.
Right.
And he you know, he lived with Johnny Cash for a while and stuff like that. So it was a little, when we talked a lot about Johnny Cash, I always thought that, and I think I did it on my radio show, but now I really, really want to do it, and we'll do it on here.
Right.
I think Johnny Cash would sound amazing singing "Breaking the Law" by Judas Priest.
I agree.
And but in a Johnny Cash style, like not bow down. It's gotta be slow. Boom, chicka doom. Yeah, I was completely wasted. I was out of working down. Boom, down. All inside is so frustrating. I drift from town to town. Bung, dum, 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 chicka dum. And you know, Ira looked at me cross-eyed. I'm like, I'm telling you, man, I think it's a hit. I think it's a hit. So maybe we'll do. There's definitely things we're gonna do on here where I metal things out and country them out, and I'm gonna break in the law. I want to country
We
out.
could do either one.
Yeah, I think you could pull off that voice just listening to you talking.
Yeah.
yeah,
I can do Johnny.
He could.
All right, so all right, let's hear Serpents of Humanity. Wait. Before we do that, what do you call yourselves? Like, who?
Stumblewitch.
Yeah. They are Stumblewitch.
That's right, Stumblewitch. How'd that name come about?
It was you know, we were writing down different names that didn't kind of fit together, you know, just words to fit together. Yeah. And then when I thought of the name Stumblewitch, it actually makes a lot of sense, because if you think about it, we're all a Stumblewitch. You know, a Stumblewitch is basically a person that gets into bad things and good things. You know, you try to walk that line of being right and being true and being good, but you always stumble off your path into something bad, and then you try to bring it back to the good. You know,
that when you put two words together and you Google it, we're the only thing that comes up.
Yeah, that too.
All right, sounds good. So how long is this? Are we talking like 3 minutes? It's not like a 10-minute. Okay, good. All right.
3:30.
We had one that was a little. We're gonna have to edit that.
Well,
I was all hopped up with it for about a minute and a half, and then it just kept going. I went, oh my god.
Well, Jim, before you hear this, you and I are only a couple months apart in age, so we basically grew up on the same kind of music. So when you listen to this, think about that.
Yeah. Okay. No, I could tell already just by looking at it. Yeah. I grew up Priest, and I'm actually planning to go see Judas Priest again for the third time.
Awesome.
I'm probably gonna. I think I'm gonna fly to Oslo.
Oh, you saw him in Atlanta?
Yeah, Brian just saw him in Atlanta.
Embarrassed Bank.
Oh, what'd you think, Brian?
He's killer. What was really
They
good
were-
about it is
I-
my wife never seen him before, and it was a Mother's Day gift for her. So it was an easy way out.
There you go.
And you got to see Sabaton, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about Sabaton. I didn't see them. I just can't believe Halford's like 73 and how hard they bring it from the minute they come out to the minute they leave. There's no talking in between sets for 20 minutes. There's no 40-minute drum solos. It's just bang right out of the gate. Some of my all-time favorite songs. It was awesome.
Yeah, they're a great band.
Okay. Serpents of Humanity by Stumblewitch. Intro.
Slithering among us where no one ever sees. Their venom has the power to bring you to your knees. They wrap themselves around you, constrict with every breath. Slowly squeezing out your life, they'll make you dream of death. Serpents come wearing a quiet disguise. The trance so easy, you swallow the lies. Serpents of humanity, poisoning society, planning out our destiny, striking out at you and me. These serpents of humanity. No one is protected from their wicked fangs, infecting all the warm blood that flows through all our veins. Restless, thirsty reptiles are frozen to the touch, taking everything we have. They'll never have enough. Stop asking questions, ignore what you feel. The serpents decide what is false, what is real. Serpents of humanity, poisoning society, planning out our destiny, break their grip on you and me. These serpents of humanity.
Here comes the break. This is the first real song, Mike.
And there it is.
Wow. I think Priest has a new opener.
That would be lovely.
Wow, you guys should be in freaking Sweden and all that. It would eat you up. You'd
be glad to go.
You guys gonna,
you know.
So, can I give you that assignment of maybe I'm not sure how long that should take, but I want to do like 4 or 5 of us, and we come and when I would do Johnny Cash. No, we're gonna do Judas Priest breaking the law. But Johnny Cash it out.
Absolutely.
Johnny Cash it out.
Yes.
And we'll do your own version, however you want to do
Okay.
it. Maybe I'll do one with Shaka, my friend Shaka, and my friend Larry. And we'll do like 4 different versions.
That'd be cool.
God, yeah, I think so. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
well, you guys are slamming, man. I think we're gonna see a little more of each other. That was incredible.
Yeah.
Magoo, thanks for pursuing this. Thanks for hunting me down in Pittsburgh. And every time we're on the Zoom calls, for those of you who don't know, the certain Patreon members, we do Zoom calls, and he's always talking about you guys. So it's pretty cool that I finally get to meet you and you're finally here.
Yeah.
So thank you. That was a monster. Thank you.
Thank you.
It felt good.
Thank you.
It felt good. Not
you know.
Oh man, you're welcome. Stumble Witch. You got a website?
Yes, stumblewitch.com, and we're on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram,
okay,
the YouTube.
Do you have video for Serpents yet?
No,
I think
we actually
that's gonna be my next one.
Yeah,
you know what? I just thought of this. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think the fans could try to do something. I would love for hey man, here's the difference. Here's the Serpents. Put together a montage of how you see the video looking.
Right.
Because as I was doing it, I was dying to see the visual, like who the bad guys are.
Yeah.
And I got
cool.
to give a shout out to Jay Hans. He does our artwork and all the behind us and the artwork that you see for Serpents of Humanity. He's does amazing work. I mean, incredible artwork.
Very cool.
So shout out to Jay.
Yeah, shout out to Jay. Absolutely.
Definitely. I just want to say, Jim, we really appreciate you, man. Thanks for being a nut job, just roaming around talking about Serpents of Humanity and giving us motivation to do something different and new. We really appreciate it, man. It's been a lot of fun doing it too. And you know what?
Pleasure, man.
On behind the curtain,
what
is in all the distractions outside while everybody's pulling all the strings and using us as their little puppets, So
yeah, man.
Appreciate you.
We're gonna need to bond together. You got it. You guys have a good one. Thanks for hanging out so early on a weekday.
Yeah,
we'll talk to you soon. Jimbo,
wastewater.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, man. I want to talk about that stuff too. We'll get you on one day if you're up for that.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll get the info. Jimbo will pass it along.
Yes, sir.
Oh, real quick, by the way, the opening riff for Stands to Reason is badass.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
thank you, man.
Dude, I just played it at Holy Shit.
Please check it out. It's an awesome song.
Yeah, that's one we just dropped yesterday. Yeah.
Our newest stuff.
I'm all over it.
Appreciate that, Mike.
Hell yeah.
Mike's a fan. All right, we'll be listening on our next road trip.
Yeah.
Have a good one, you
All
guys.
right. Thanks, man.
So there you go. Serpents of Humanity. This all started with just me simply talking, asking to be creative. Mike was like, wow, that sounds like a cool, you know what, Mike, too? Make sure on a side note, you have when this started. So people understand what this is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'll throw a clip in from that episode and everything. Yep.
And because of that, all this is, listen, I don't know where we're all going. I just know there's a lot of madness going on. My Patreon members, I remember going around Metallica and I'd see the same fans at every show and they're from all over the world. And I just couldn't believe people would go see that many shows and bond over a band. And I know that happens, but then I realized they were even more than just fans. They became a little community. And it just completely blew my mind. And I never, not my wildest dreams did I think starting Patreon, and there's this little community that's starting on there, and it's just, I don't know. It's kind of a cool thing. It's like developing your own little neighborhood and stuff. And it's really, and I know a bunch of them are going to Las Vegas now, and I'm going to see if I can get some of them rooms at half price or something. I got to find out how many coming. But Magoo, Jim, is part of the Patreon crew, and he's always been one of my favorite guys to talk to. We did a one-on-one a long time ago, and he's always talked about his buddies and the band. He's always been trying to pump them up, and here we are. I knew it'd happen eventually. I just scheduling and all that, and I know Joe Sib gets very scared when I say this, but I don't plan on doing a lot of touring next year. That's why I'm touring so much this year. I really want to develop this podcast into something super creative, super fun, with a studio, having people in here, musicians, comedians, all that jazz, and yes, we'll have bunkers, but maybe they'll be part of the bunker almost every single show. So as this morphs into whatever, I don't know. And who knows? These guys may turn into something. We don't know. And I'm more interested in listening to real people these days. I really am. I'd rather listen to Magoo's neighbor and best friend creating something that they're not backed by a contract and all this other jazz. They're out there doing their best while they live their lives. And there's so many people like that. So in the meantime, as this world gets nutso, we're going to have to focus on one another, how to entertain ourselves, and this is part of it. So I want to thank everybody who submitted the Serpents of Humanity. And something tells me we're going to have to make a page for all this so people could go and check it out, because there was a lot of people that may have gone, oh, I didn't know I would have participated, or I would, if I known I could have gone on there. So there you go. Go follow these guys. Do what you do if you like them, whoever you listen to all day today. And keep yourself entertained. Enjoy life. Turn off the news. It's going to get crazy out there. Unplug the Matrix, unless you're watching the Breuniverse. And maybe a couple other podcasts, too. You need those, too. All right, man. We'll see you next week on the Breuniverse.
Take a look around and what do you see?
This is Jim Breuer, and I got my own Patreon page, and hopefully you'll check it out. Live comedy concert streamed once a month. Early access to the Breuniverse podcast every single week, and have bonus footage and bonus segments. I promise you I'm not going to let you down. Go check out my official Jim Breuer Patreon page, and I'll see you there.